Dear brothers and sisters, today I want to dive into a fascinating and often overlooked part of Genesis, specifically Genesis April 25th, 26. After the tragic loss of Abel, Adam and Eve were given another son by God. They named him Seth. This was a significant moment. In the scriptures it states, "God has granted me another child in place of Abel, since Cain killed him." This verse is more than just a footnote. It's a testament to God's faithfulness and his plan for redemption. Seth was not just another son, he was a symbol of hope and a new beginning for Adam and Eve. They had suffered greatly, but in Seth they saw a continuation of God's promise. As we move forward, Seth himself became a father. He had a son named Enosh. And here's where it gets really interesting, that the Bible tells us at that time, people began to call on the name of the Lord. This marks a pivotal moment in the spiritual history of humanity. Enosh's generation was the first to actively seek a relationship with God, to call upon his name. This wasn't just a casual mention, it signified a profound shift in how people interacted with the divine. It was the beginning of organized worship and a deeper understanding of God's presence in their lives. So what can we take away from this? First, the story of Seth and Enosh reminds us that even in the darkest times, God provides a way forward. Adam and Eve's grief was immense, but through Seth, God's plan continued. Second, it teaches us the importance of calling on the name of the Lord. Enosh's generation set a precedent that we still follow today, seeking a relationship with God and acknowledging his sovereignty. In summary, these few verses in Genesis 4 offer a profound lesson about hope, renewal, and the importance of faith. Seth was more than just a replacement for Abel. He was a symbol of God's enduring promise, and Enosh's generation laid the foundation for our spiritual heritage. We read in verse 25, "Then man began to call the name of the Lord." So we should also follow the same to call the name of the Lord at all times. In another version of his verse we read, "That man began to worship the Lord." May this idea fill our hearts with thanksgiving, praise, and worship to the Lord at all times. Thanks for joining me on this exploration of Genesis April 25th, 26. If you found this insight valuable, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the Bible. Until next time, keep calling on the name of the Lord. Take care!